So one of the challenges, as I listen to this, is that 60% of your legacy business, I would assume, is exceptionally profitable.
Sure.
The 40% that's the growth, you have to invest to grow. So whether there's a J curve or whatever curve there is. So one of the classic innovator dilemma issues in a publicly held company, welcome to publicly held companies,
Yes.
by the way, is this issue of how do you negotiate with your investor base saying, I'm going to take resources out of my most profitable company. Think about Kodak. Kodak had the same problem, right? Take resources out of my most profitable product line and put them into something which is speculative. How do you present that to the investment community?
What we actually did was, we developed a strategy. And by the way, I spent most of my first few months on the job, and I continue to spend my time with customers. It was pretty obvious what we had to do. And we actually said, look, we need to make an investment this year. Our company was, and always has been, very well managed, financially managed. And we announced a 5 to 9% operating income decline, which was, not the kind of message you'd necessarily want to give, but as a, in a first-year CEO situation, I have that window to do that. So we're actually, investing, this year to help us innovate and move more quickly into
So
that
let
direction.
me be clear about that. You had 5 to 9% where you said, look, this is not a decline in my business. I am diverting these returns to investment. And so the investment community, I presume some people sold, but some people may have bought on that note.
And the 70 to 80 million was actually incremental. There were other things we did within our business as usual. We had an exercise where we had poker chips against all the areas where we're spending our money. And we had a strategy team work on this. It was a gigantic table of poker chips, and it was just a very visual way to kind of look at where we're spending money. And then we had to move chips around and make decisions about where we're going to spend and no longer spend.
Were you trying to get bigger stacks on fewer squares?
Well, we were trying to get them against squares that would represent great growth for us.
Yeah.
But you really become aware of the hard choices you have to make. And then we said, look, what can we, where there are gaps, what do we have to fund? And we came up with this number that we're spending very judiciously against, improving our overall data and analytics, but also modern delivery and modernizing our brand and other.
Well,